Hello, my name is Miko Peled. I am an activist and a writer. I was born in Jerusalem to a Zionist family. My father was a general in the Israeli army. My grandfather signed the Declaration of Independence of Israel, and I had a great uncle who was the president of the State of Israel. And these are just a few of my family members who were heavily involved in the establishment and the running of the State of Israel. I want to say a couple of things. We are now in the midst of a savage slaughter of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. A few hours ago, Israel bombed the Ahli hospital in Gaza, killing nobody knows how many, but close to 1,000 people, injuring again nobody knows how many. The Israeli savagery has been going on for 75 years, and now the world is focusing on the fact that a small group of young Palestinian fighters left the Gaza Strip in order to commit acts of armed resistance. The world is focusing on whether they were cruel, whether they were not cruel, whether they did this, maybe they did that, completely ignoring 75 years of savagery by the Zionist apartheid state known as Israel. One has to wonder how much longer it's going to take before the world wakes up. Right now, as I'm recording this, Joe Biden is on his way to show support to Israel. Negotiations are being held about a ceasefire, about safe passage, a safe corridor, where in fact what needs to take place are immediate sanctions against the State of Israel, withdrawal of all diplomats out of Tel Aviv and kicking out Israeli diplomats from the various capitals around the world, severe sanctions, boycotting and kicking Israel out of every international arena, sports arenas, cultural arenas, academic arenas, diplomatic arenas. There should be no contact with this pariah state. And immediate support needs to be given to Palestinians everywhere, but of course particularly in the Gaza Strip, and a no-fly zone should be declared over the Gaza Strip. Nothing less than that is worthy of even discussing in terms of negotiations. And one would hope that the Palestinians who are going to be engaged in the negotiations will have the ability to be forceful enough, knowing full well that the people are being slaughtered by the second. So this is my message. I believe that Zionism is a crime. The State of Israel is the expression of that crime. We need to do everything we can. And we need to remember that at the end of the day, the collapse of the apartheid regime and replacing it with a free democratic Palestine will bring a good life to everyone who lives in historic Palestine, Israelis as well as Palestinians. This is about ending the violence and allowing everyone to live, allowing their children to grow up in safety, allowing people to prosper, ending the violence, ending the apartheid, ending the racism. That's what this is about. So don't anybody dare challenge Palestinians on morality. I don't want to see anybody dare challenge Palestinians on humanity. Palestinians have demonstrated themselves to be disciplined, caring, and carrying a burden of such savagery against them that is unheard of. So please join me in the struggle to end the apartheid regime, replace it with real democracy, and support the Palestinian struggle for justice and liberation without any reservations. This liberation, this freedom, this justice should come with no conditions. Unconditional. There should be unconditional surrender of the apartheid regime.